Well, we are here.
Hey, Larry,
Hey,
how's it going?
I didn't get an email this morning with the Zoom connection, but I found an old one. And that worked.
Well, this is from the email that Jim Hagan sent out, so I would assume it is correct.
Oh, Jim Hagan sent an email? Let me see if I got that.
Yeah, he sent it reminding, because I think Gary is in Hawaii.
Oh. No, I don't have Hagan's email, but that's okay. I got on here, so. Don't know why I'm not showing up. I don't.
Do you have your,
Got video turned on.
oh, come on.
I'm black. I don't know.
Oh, stupid thing. Bless you.
Yeah, that was it. Wait for the next one. Yep. Usually comes in twos.
Oh. Come on. Why is this being stupid? Oh, here, that's why. Right. Okay. Where's my
Well, I don't. Yeah.
showing?
You know anything about this? A charge for Norton, which is an antivirus, $500 a year.
No, that's,
Yeah, I know.
no. I already have antivirus.
That's how you want.
Pay 500 a year.
Yeah.
I would pay 500.
So then she's like, well, then I call. Well, then go to a browser, open it up,
Call who?
this number that's here.
Oh, they have my pictures up.
What is this on? This charge?
Yeah, it's for,
Is it on a bank?
it will be.
No,
No, I got over.
don't call them. It's a scam.
I know.
It's a fake. Fake. Yeah, it's a fake.
Go to your browser, you type in, no.
No, so,
Yeah.
well, you're right. Don't do that.
Okay, where is?
It's a scam. I heard about it. I've gotten
it's just bullshit.
No. That doesn't cost that much. $75.
What the hell? Is that not the right?
They put your property right in a, oh no. That makes you control my computer and that isn't going to happen.
Here's for us. Yeah, just
Right.
put it in,
Looking for my team. What the hell? Okay. Go back.
my picture's all screwed up. I don't know what's going on.
Do you have something in front of your camera? It's what it looks like.
Nope. Well, it's moving back and forth, Looks like the blob. Scotty. You're not on your boat, Scott.
I am.
You are?
I am, yes.
My dermatologist was raving about pure retinol. It's amazing.
What happened to it? There we go.
In a clinical test, 100% of women should reduction of wrinkles. Like retinol from Royal Paris. Ashley Holmesworth called it for less.
Where is?
My God.
Why can't I?
Good morning.
There's our IT host.
Good morning.
Not much of a host.
Well, you knew how to take over, so
Uh,
so look at my picture on here. It's just I don't know what's going on. I've got virtual background in there.
okay, so the virtual background's not having a good time.
It was doing this without the virtual background. Just a
Really?
black blob who,
Mm-hmm.
that isn't even me. So I don't
Are
know
you?
what's-
Is it a laptop or a desktop or what are you on?
laptop.
Laptop. So it's just the integrated webcam.
Yeah, right.
And nothing's covering it. There's no switch or no nothing.
No, I haven't. I can go to the camera page and see what's.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Also, who started the meeting this morning?
I just logged in. I was the first person here. So
Okay. Sounds good.
if I did something wrong, I'm sorry.
Oh no, I don't think you did. I thought somebody. Well, I mean, you joining started the meeting, so it worked out great.
Oops. Oops.
Okay, that's fine for sure.
Early riser.
No problem with that.
Why is this not? Okay, this is dumb. This is making me mad. I need to text Hannah.
Hello?
Hey, Joyce.
Hello, Joyce.
Hello.
gonna take this opportunity to make myself some coffee.
Well, I'm still a mess. Lauren's looking good. You got better light on you this time, Lauren. Stamp out stamps.
Good morning, Lance.
Good morning. Hey, Chris, I don't think we can hear you for some reason. It doesn't look like you're muted, though.
Said anything.
Oh. That might be it.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Michelle won't be here today. Larry Saint, what's going on?
Yeah, I'm a mess.
Oh, you're on the dark side.
I'm in the Arizona desert, so I'm a blob. I'm too far away to get good camera pickup.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Lori, did you have frost at your house this morning?
Yeah, it's chilly out there.
That's
The dogs had to
37.
move fast. The dogs had to move fast when I opened the door. It's like, nope, I'm not leaving that door open. That latest table that you made, Lance, is gorgeous. What kind of wood is it?
That was cedar. I had a big slab and a customer that had a very specific size dining room. So
Yeah, it was lovely.
You have other kinds of legs you put on tables other than the metal?
I personally don't like the metal ones on a beautiful wooden table like that, but people are eating it up. I mean, they're requesting those legs.
Oh, they like the metal legs.
They do. I would rather build wood legs undercarriage to match the
Right.
table. So
Yeah, well, the metal legs at least make it look more open and emphasize the top and not the bottom.
yeah,
So maybe that's what they're seeing,
maybe
and you just don't see it.
it would be my style.
Well, you do what the customer wants and you'll be successful.
I'm just about 10 years early for this business to take off the way that it has. This was going to be a retirement gig.
Damn, it sounds like, wow. I guess I'm gonna be running a meeting, so I'm gonna start the meeting. The only thing I don't know is how to switch the host over, since I don't know who the host is. So anyhow, I'm gonna start the meeting. Did you hear that?
Lake Stevens Rotary Club is the host.
Oh, okay. So I don't know who is the Lake Stevens Rotary Club person there?
Oh, it's me.
Oh, okay. All right, so, first off, we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance, and I have a flag. If nobody has a flag, it's a little back. Would you like to join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States and the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Four-way test. So I guess I need a sergeant at arms. Does anybody want to do the four-way test? Okay, seeing none. Number one, is it the truth?
Is it the truth?
True.
Is it the truth? I don't know.
Two, is it
Is
fair
it
to all
fair to all
good?
It's fair to all
concerned?
concerned.
Number three, will it
Will it
build?
build goodwill and
Build
better
goodwill and
friendships?
better friendships.
Number four, will it be
Be
beneficial?
beneficial.
Beneficial to
Beneficial.
all concerned.
Number five,
The fun,
It's a fun.
the bacon.
Could be fun.
bacon.
Could be fun.
Awesome, awesome.
Or Mike
Could have been fun.
Butterhorn.
Butterhorn, nice. We asked everybody to, later here to, do the raffle and, do the collecting of the bucket money, so think about your.
I can barely hear you.
Barely hear me?
Chris.
What?
Yeah,
Okay, how's that better?
I can barely hear you.
Well, that's kind of weird, right? Don't know what's causing that, but how about now? Can you hear me now? Okay,
Oh, much better.
I'll have to speak up, I guess. Okay, well, good morning, everybody. And do we have any guests on here today? Any guests? I don't think so.
No.
Okay, all right, no guests, but, so birthdays today, on the birthday schedule, I don't think there's any birthdays, but we have those who joined Rotary. We have Tracy DeLorem, 19 years on October 1st of 2002. I don't see her on here, but that's quite a feat there. And I don't see Jim Hagan either. Jim, are you here? I don't see that. He's got 32 years overall and 10 years with the Lake Stevens Club, October 1st of 2011. And let me see, I saw Jack Thornton. He joined Rotary at October 10th in 2019. So congratulations, Jack. And that's everybody so far that I have either a birthday, unless I missed somebody. So if I missed somebody, I apologize. Please let me know. And with that, going forward, I don't know that I have any announcements yet, unless somebody has an announcement they want to say. Any announcements? All right, no announcements. Tracy, we just mentioned, Tracy, hi. We just mentioned your name for having joined Rotary 19 years ago. So
Yep.
congratulations. Yeah, October 1.
Thank you.
Wow, yeah. And so with that, I don't see anybody having announcements about anything. Okay. So we'll start with officers' reports. I have the treasurer's report. Lori?
I keep forgetting to have a report ready. Let's see, what can I tell you? That everything's looking good. We made a lot of money off the auction. So now we're going to get together and think about how we're going to spend that money. So other than that, everything's good.
Good, awesome, thanks for that. And then secretary's report, I don't know if anybody's standing in for Gary. He's enjoying Hawaii right at the moment, so I don't know if there's any treasurer's report. I don't think there is, so we'll probably have a short meeting here. And so my report would be that things seem to be going pretty well. I know the Tuesday evening meeting seems to be going pretty well. People are showing up there. I went there late last Tuesday. It was a little bit light, but they got things going, and they're gonna do the gardening thing coming up here, but they'll get an announcement out for all of us to participate and help that out. Excuse me. And then I know that that's about all I have for that. And so now we'll move on to the committee chair reports. One thing I want to say, thanks for you guys all being here today, this morning. That's awesome. So I have club services. Is Keith on here? I don't see Keith on here. And and then community services, I don't know if Brian's on here. I don't see Brian on here. And then the foundation, Jim Hagan, I don't think he's on here. And Tracy International, do you have anything? We're whistling.
Thank you. Yes, international going well. We have just put in, Lori, I'm sure you've sent the check to adopt our school. So thank you for that. And they are still planning a trip in late March, I think, if anybody wants to go. It was going to be the first week of April. Now it's the last week of March, and now I can't go. But anyway, it would be an awesome trip, and I would love to hear all about it. If you do go, let me know. Oh, and I just got the form to renew the sponsorship of my students. So if you have sponsored a student, watch for your email and make your payments. If you haven't adopted a student and would like to do so, again, contact me. $180 for a middle schooler, $280 a year for a high schooler, and the commitment is 3 years. So thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you, Tracy. And Ron, do we have anything on membership?
Membership's all good.
Okay, good. Thanks. Vocational, we have Lance.
Well, I'd just like to say thanks to everyone who responded to the email with your name and birth date. I've got a long list of Rotary members that I'll submit and run. And if you have not seen my email from last Friday yet and haven't responded, you still have time to do so. We can run people after the fact as new members come in. So thank you very much for responding. I got a really good response.
Awesome. That's great. Thanks, Lance. And Interact, I don't see Kristen on here. Anybody have anything for Interact? Okay. In Scouts, just in short, every year at this time they do recharter, so they, repay up for the following year to come, the upcoming year, I should say. And they're in the process of doing that and should be finishing that up here shortly in the next couple of weeks. And the girls troop seems to grow and grow and grow. So that's pretty awesome. They got, I think they're up to about, 16 or 18 new Girl Scouts when they started a couple of years ago with like 4. So they're all excited about that. And I will try and have them, maybe since they are school students, maybe they could come and do a little presentation at the Tuesday night meeting. So we'll try and schedule that at some point. I'll talk to Dawn about that. And then do we have anybody that wants to do the Sergeant at Arms? I guess anybody? Okay, then. So I guess we will, I guess I'll do Sergeant at Arms. So I don't have any tickets or anything like that. So we're not selling any of that. But if anybody has a good thought for the day, or I didn't see Eileen on here. Oh yeah, Eileen, do you have a thought for the day? I think I skipped over you. I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries. Hang on, I have to find it now. Okay, so this is from one of my favorite people, Maya Angelou. And it says, life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away.
Nice. Very good.
While I'm in Arizona, I'll send $25 a month in for Happy Bucks.
Oh, thanks.
Don't anybody stand up and cheer,
Yeah.
Of course, they'll be dusty and old.
Yeah.
They'll be
okay.
worthwhile.
Awesome. Thanks, Larry. That's very nice and very generous of you. Anybody else have I'll go around the room here and be happy for Friday or anything of that sort?
I have something fun.
Well, I'm gonna do some.
Oops, sorry.
Go ahead.
Hey, I have something fun. I'm sitting here in my window right now looking at 4 deer.
Nice.
Wow.
That's pretty happy,
Nice.
especially most of you know where I live on Chapel Hill. That's kind of a dangerous spot for them, but I'm just staring at them right now. It's pretty amazing. So $10.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you.
Hey, Chris,
I'm happy for Sam Lowe and the Snohomish County Council getting the food bank another
Snap.
$600,000 for our
Wow.
new building. Way to go,
Wow,
Sam,
that is
and the
Wow.
rest of the community.
Very cool. Nice.
Can you steal yours, Chris?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
man, yeah, that was like, yeah, I got nothing left. I got $10 for the win being kicked out of me so quickly. It's all good. It's all good.
Awesome.
Now we just need to there's another 500,000, I think, that's going to be issued to the city. So now that's what I'm hearing. There's a potential. Now we just need to figure out how to get a chunk of that.
Wow, that's cool. That's awesome. See, like, food banks all of a sudden taking off, and that's amazing.
It's called being a late bloomer. I think we're a late
Yeah.
bloomer.
It's doing it beautifully.
I'll put in happy bucks. I really appreciate the Rotary Club to Sherwood, our technology campaign for the funding need. And according to Jim's, I think preliminary financials, it's about $3,000, which will put 3 pieces of assistive technology and all the programs that the kids need into 3 young kids' hands. And I've been a part of emails that have been going back and forth at Sherwood over the past week about who those kids are. So we'll share some success stories after we have that technology for a while and bring it back to you guys so you guys can see the difference that makes in kids' lives. So thanks very much.
Yeah, that's really exciting.
That's great.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, well, I'm gonna throw in some happy bucks. We are going camping this weekend. We're headed up to Leavenworth. And not being beer drinkers, we're really excited that there's no beer gardens, that we'll be looking at the arts and crafts instead. So that'll be fun. But anyway, we're taking our 2 big dogs and our 1 little tiny camper and going camping for a few days. And the other thing I would encourage people to take a look at is Bridge Receiving is doing their fundraising right now. They're selling, they're doing what they're calling a dessert dash. $200 for a cake was a little outside of my comfort zone, but you should take a look, and it's a wonderful cause to support.
I have exciting news. I will give $5 happy bucks because we finally got our Rotary swag. And it is spread out over my family room, but I'm kind of grateful that we're not meeting in person because I don't think I would have had them all sorted. But I am going through it all right now. My husband's like, it looked like Rotary threw up in here. And I'm like, this is my job. So I hopefully will have it all sorted and done by next Friday so everybody can get their stuff. But the polos look great, the t-shirts look great, the hats look great. I'm super excited. So thank you for your patience because I know it took a little longer than expected.
Else? Okay, I'll give $10 because it's Friday and seeing you 3 faces out here today is awesome. So there's $10 for everybody, and I'm glad you guys are here. It's a little light today, but it's awesome. So there's 10 for me. So that's great. And then I don't know if we have any presentation today, Don, do we? Or
well, unfortunately, I just got contacted by Melinda Burke, and her mom just went in the hospital, and she's kind of tied up with that. So it's not looking like we're going to.
So, things happen.
Things happen. That's for sure. That's too bad.
How we deal with it. So I think we'll be okay. I don't think that I have anything else on that. If anybody has any open comments about anything, we could have little session on that. Otherwise, yes, Eileen.
So I'm gonna send out an email. I'm sorry. I haven't sent this out earlier, but I'm gonna send an email out. That's what I've been working on for strides or making strides against breast cancer walk that's coming up, not mine, but Rotary's involvement. It's on October 30th. It's a 5K, so it's literally just over 3 miles. It starts at 10. You'll be done by noon. And it's just a walk around downtown Everett. Be there by, I'm gonna put this in the email. You gotta be there. I would be there no later than 9:30 because parking is kind of a challenge. If you want to come, I'm gonna send the link out if you want to sign up. We've already sponsored $500. So if you want to add a little extra cash, that's great. If not, that's totally fine. Wear pink, show up, be fabulous, because we know you all are. But literally it'll just take a couple of hours and you'll be done. So I'm going to send that out. Also, I have on the social media thing, I have scheduled like 10 posts that are coming up to recognize the rest of our sponsors so that everybody gets a shout out. So I just want to let you know that that is happening. I just learned how to do that yesterday, so that was fun. And if you have anything of interest that you would like to put on social media, please reach out to me and let me know. And I'm happy to put that out. Thank you.
Awesome. Yes, I think you are the new public relations person, so that's great. Yeah, we all appreciate that. Anybody else have anything? I have just a couple of short things, but one thing was I think Scott and I were talking earlier about scouts, and he has an Eagle Scout that's kind of looking for a project. So if anybody has any thoughts on a Eagle Scout project, let Scott know. Scott, I did send you an email of a project that I saw. Okay, good. Okay. All right. And my last thing that I have is kind of a after review action item meeting that we'll probably have sometime soon about corks and kegs and kind of getting started for next year. Whether, you know, I think we're hoping it's going to be in person, but who knows, but we'll kind of shoot for that. But we'll figure out what date that is. And I know, Don, you were going to be gone. I can't remember when. Don, you remember when you'd be gone? I can talk to you later about it.
Well, I'll be gone a few times over the course of the winter, but I'm here all this month and gone all of November and back December.
Okay. Okay, good. Thanks. Angie's out of town. I was trying to get some tickets back to her, but she's over in Ireland, I think, having a beer fest or something, but she'll be back in a couple of weeks. So sometime after that, maybe towards the end of October, but anyhow, so, you know, you guys are great. Okay, Eileen.
Sorry. 2 more quick reminders. Rochelle created an event called Bowling Night to support the Lake Stevens Food Bank for painting bowls. It's $25. It is on October 13th. And Burkhead Art Center is just outside of, which is where Melinda is from, who couldn't speak today. But they're doing painting bowls to help kind of bolster some of the bowls that they're going to be. So you get to paint them, but you don't get to keep them, but then you can bid on them at the event. And then if you can't make the 13th event on October 16th, Melinda generously offered to do kind of like a freebie. So from 12 to 5, you can just show up and you can actually either create the bowl yourself with clay and then paint it, or just paint bowls that she'll have available for free. So for me, I can't go on the 13th, so I'm going to go on the 16th, but it's another way to support the food bank. It's another way to get involved. Again, you can paint the bowls, you cannot keep them, but you can buy them later, which then again supports the food bank. So thank you.
Do we get to sign them?
I don't see why not. I mean, if you're the artist, I don't see why not. You could sign it on
sure
top.
a signed bowl is going to like triple the value.
Right? Exactly. Yeah. Unless, yeah.
I'm going to bet $100. I'm going to bet $100 right now for a bowl that just says Don Iverson.
Now you're talking.
Yeah. And about town. Anyway, thanks for all that are getting involved and supporting. It's appreciated.
Is the clay green and it has to be fired, or is it already fired?
Yes, so she's got some bowls that are ready to be painted and then they're glazed. And then there's others that you will actually can create on the wheel. I have not been there yet. I'm supposed to go there on Monday. And then that gets fired and then. What's that? Did somebody say something? I'm sorry. Anyway.
Maybe they just sneezed.
But anyway, it is an opportunity to get involved, support the food bank, have a little fun. Yeah, so there you go.
All
I got a
right.
question. Wait, I got a question, Chris.
Sure.
So thinking about empty bowls, and I know there's a few Rotarians that are interested. Looks like maybe they are selling, you can like sign up for a table. Does anybody know about whether we've got a table of Rotarians that we're putting together, anything like that?
I can expand on that. So we have 7 VIP tables. Currently, we have 4 that have been confirmed taken, so 3 left. We actually had 5 taken, but apparently the Malicious Women Candle, who was going to be one of our table purchasers, I guess her store flooded. So yeah, she's been dealing with that online weird stuff and harassment, and now the flooding, and so poor lady's having a rough year. So we have 3 tables left. There are 6 people at a table at $7.50. I know it's kind of a steep price. It comes with 3 bottles of wine, a charcuterie board donated by Rustic Cork. We do have our esteemed Fire Chief Kevin O'Brien, who's going to be kind of our MC / schmoozer of the VIP area, most likely. We are going to have a little bit of entertainment. We're trying to lock down 1 to 2 things. It's getting a little scary because that piece isn't finalized. We are going to have a pottery making demonstration person who's going to bring a little thing in and do a little on the side. We have Meatheads who's going to be there. We'll have beer and wine for sale for $5. So it's a really kind of a fun way to get back to the community and consider yourself Veepers for a night. It goes from 4 to 8. Any other information, please give me a call directly or contact me directly. I'm happy to walk you through it. Also look on social media as we're going to start to continue to push out to get those 3 tables filled.
Where's it going to be and what date?
What's the date on that again?
Yeah, November 6th. It's that Saturday. I don't have my calendar open. 6th or 7th. I always can't remember, but it's that Saturday, 4 to 8. It's at the Mill. And we're going to have, obviously, masks are going to be required at this particular point in time unless there's a dramatic shift in the requirement. We have not been told that we have to limit to a certain amount outside of what the space will hold from an occupancy standpoint. Not typically worried about that anyways. People kind of filter in, filter out. We will have the heat turned on with feedback we got from the recent council chamber deal that was there, as the city was a little bit stingy on turning the heat on. So we'll make sure that there's some heat. We are going to probably have one of the roll-up doors open. So Meathead is right now, we're finalizing with them. They're going to hopefully pull their big truck in right on the outside and hopefully have a couple different types of beer to choose from. So getting pretty close in the finalization. Right now, we have about 130 bowls that have been donated by several artists. Obviously, as many as we can get would be awesome. We've got roughly about, I think, 8 to 10 local people that are going to be providing different kinds of soup. We've got some fancy stuff. We've got Contos, Brunos, still trying to figure out Hawkeyes. Rosie left up there. She's always been kind of the soup maker. But it's turned out to be a pretty fun little night. I think we're all getting excited, nervous, scared, anxious, ready for it to be over. Can't wait for it to start. Lots of emotions.
How much are you hoping to raise?
Let's see. We had 2.2 less 600,000. So do the math. 1.4 million. Wow. Typically, I think we've kind of got a personal goal of around $30,000. I mean, the way that our poll is a little bit different from some of these other organizations and how they get money. Right now, we've got about 7, I don't have the list in front of me, 6 or 7 we call sponsors. So, Ace Hardware, again, of course, thank you for making her the Rotarian of the Year. She donated $2,500 as a sponsor, and it's been kind of fun to see. But about 30 grand is what we'd like to do. And just so everybody knows, this is the only official fundraising event that the food bank does. Everything else are people that want to do some fun stuff. This is the only truly one that the food bank is running, putting together, managing, and we run on about 99% donations. Right now, the only thing that we have to pay for is a little bit of consumables. Everything else has been donated. So it's pretty cool to see the community come together. I'm hoping with what Sam did in that $600,000 will really amplify the community, and everyone's going to be adrenaline driven and super hyped up and want to come in and talk. So we'll see.
Is there an entrance fee?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Come on down. We talked about, it's like, hey, if you come in and just cruise, do you eat soup? Sure. There's no way really to control that. We're hoping that people will buy a bowl. When you buy a bowl, then you can just have as much soup as you want. We're not going to deny or turn anybody away. Even if somebody is looking like they're walking around and need some assistance on the street, and they come in, hey, they're going to get a bowl of food, right? We're here to help people and feed people. And the event is not exclusive to people that want to come in or buy. So we're hoping that the community will purchase, because that's the goal, but that's kind of the deal. We're also hoping that with Meathead's truck out front, maybe people will be like, hey, what's going on at the mill? And they'll just kind of casually walk in and maybe pick up a few other people that didn't know what was going on. Because there's a fairly large percentage of people in this community that are not on social media. And there's no real other good way to get it out other than word of mouth and social media right now.
That's cool. That'll be great.
Yeah. I think we're all, like I say, it's a mix of emotions, and I think we're ready for it to get there and get done.
Yeah, awesome. So from 4 to 8 p.m. November 6th is a Saturday.
Yep.
Everybody. So cool.
Yep.
Awesome.
Thank you for bringing that up, Lori. That was, I kind of feel like bad for not doing it. So thank you.
All right. Anybody else have anything to put out there?
Eileen, do you want to talk about guest bartender?
Oh, yes. Good idea. Well, for which event? Because I have like 27,000 things going on. Well, have we confirmed?
We haven't confirmed who, but we're doing the same thing that you guys did with guest bartender at Meatheads and is it November. What's the date on that?
I think it's November 4th.
Yeah, so right before you guys at Empty Bowl, we're gonna have hopefully 3 guest bartenders. And of course, what Meatheads did, they did this for the food bank, right? Where you guys get the tips from the night. So
Malicious
stay
Women
tuned.
did it too. Sorry.
That's all right. Go ahead.
So Malicious Women did it too. They both made about $2,000 that night. So it was pretty amazing. So we're hoping to have Stitch Mitchell from it's KXA and KRKO. So we're excited. And then I don't know who the other 2 are. That wasn't shared with me.
So the other 2, the asset I'm going to put out, I don't know if you guys know this in our community, but Joe Gaffney from Gaffney Construction. I'm going to put out an ask to him, and then Matt Hard, who's a local realtor.
Oh, Matt would be good. He's a fun guy. So yes, so come down, have a beer, tip well, eat good food, and there'll be shenanigans, because there's always shenanigans.
Chris, I've got one more thing, and it's not firm. It's really probably more Dawn if he's still here, because it kind of falls in your purview to a certain extent. So my wife's on the board of the Imagine Children's Museum, and they've offered to do kind of, instead of a 7:30 meeting. The problem is you couldn't do Zoom. Maybe we could, but 7:30 meeting at the museum. Couldn't bring any food or coffee in, and the intent is to give us a private tour of the current museum and the expansion. They're doing a $25 million expansion.
That is
And
cool looking.
by the way, I think Sam got them about $4 million 4 years ago, and I think got them about another $500,000 yesterday. So Sam's the man in this little local greater area. But I kind of floated it past Rochelle. I've got to get more specifics and plenty of time. But you think, Dawn, I mean, it wouldn't be a traditional meeting. We can meet, Pledge of Allegiance, 4-way test, and then just do a private tour. Do you think we're at a point where we should do that? Or do you think we should wait a little bit longer to get past maybe the first of the year and see how things line out with the whole virus thing?
Oh, that's a good question. I think that'd be like a Rochelle call as far as having the meeting there. It sounds interesting. What's the location, just out of curiosity?
Yeah, it's just in downtown Everett, on, I don't know,
Wall
what's
Street.
Wall Street. Yeah, it's one of the big main north-south streets up there.
Okay.
So
Can't miss it.
once I get I've got a little bit of an idea of what Nancy, the executive director, wants to do. Now, this isn't an expectation to donate at all, but of course she's going to do what everyone's going to do. The intent is to show you how cool this is, get you amped up, and you go run and tell all your friends how cool it is, and maybe one of the 10 people that donates, right? That's, I mean, obviously, just like she's got an end game, but she does want to extend it to Rotary. So as soon as I kind of figure out a few more things, I've already kind of told Rochelle a little bit. I'll provide her some more info, and then maybe she can take that to the board for review, discussion, approval, and then put it out to see if we want to do something. But more to follow. I just thought I would mention that that's something that's out there.
I don't know. How do people feel about that? It sounds like not just this event, but just in general, an occasional field trip.
I think it's great. I encourage that a lot. Just so we can get hands-on, we can see what's going on, especially if people are asking for funding, then that would even be better. And back to the Children's Imagination Museum, I don't know if anybody's been downtown Everett, but that building's going up. It's like 4 or 5 stories. There's iron beams, the glulands. It's a different kind of construction that's just starting to take off. They're like timberland beams, and they're cheaper construction than all steel and stuff like that. And it's really impressive building that they're adding on to it. And I'd love to have a meeting there. It'd be cool. Maybe when the building gets a little farther along, we could have a tour of the new building with hard hats and steel-toed shoes, maybe, but that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, right now, and talking to my wife, probably 6-8 weeks before we would really maybe even a tad bit longer to get into the new side, because it's pretty heavily under construction. But the Everett Herald just put an announcement. They've got a little mini tugboat that's coming in. They were approved for like a real whale skeleton thing. There's a lot of cool stuff. And really, I have to thank Lance, because when he mentioned Gaffney Construction is the one that's doing the work there. They're super tied in and pretty close to. So, Gaffney, Joe's another guy that is kind of under the radar in the community that does a lot of things that he just doesn't go out there and say, look at me, but he's pretty involved in this community.
Yeah, very generous. Yeah. That's cool. I'd be excited to do that too. But
I'll follow up with Rochelle later once I get a few more details, and I'll send her an email, and you guys can go from there.
Cool. All right. Anybody else? Kind of exciting being open freewheeling here.
I've got just one more question, I guess, for you, Chris. You mentioned 7:30, and it's in Everett. It seems to me that's like a really bad time to try to go over the trestle still. Is there flexibility on the timing?
There is.
Yeah, and I know that we normally all meet at 7:30, but just this maybe something to talk to Rochelle about too. It might make sense to do it at a different time. Maybe it doesn't matter, but
yeah, you can do it. I asked my wife that same question, and she used to say they seem to be pretty flexible. They're there fairly early. We can go earlier. We can go a little bit later. So I don't think time is necessary. The time we want to do it, I don't think is a big constraint, from what I gathered.
Eileen.
Dawn, how are you doing with speakers? Do you need help? Do you need ideas?
Well, yes, I definitely do. Especially coming up in November. I'm not going to be around in November. I'm going to be down in Mexico, and just any suggestions from anybody is greatly appreciated. Where I kind of come up short is just cold calling and trying to scan the newspaper for ideas, that type of thing. And that's the very time consuming part of it. Coordinating it is a piece of cake, once we've got a good idea and a willing person.
You're super easy to work with. Thank you so much. Because every time I've sent you somebody, it's like, boom, done. And I so appreciate that. So,
Yeah, well, I
okay.
appreciate it. Thanks.
With all that's going on, Don, down at North Cove Park, do you think it's worth asking Brett for maybe another Rotary update? I mean, I heard they bought another building. They've got the proposed building down in North Cove. There's just so much going on down there. You think that would be a good filler?
Well, it would be. We just kind of got an update, about a month and a half ago from the city council person. I forget his name off the top of my head, but yeah, it's always interesting to see what's going on there. It is a fast moving target, that's for sure. But
Fast moving target, it seems to be getting a lot of publicity these days.
maybe shooting for something, in late November, early December would make sense.
Yeah, just food for thought.
Thank you. Another thought I had for these programs that I think would be kind of fun. I think a lot of us have a hobby or an activity that it would be interesting to get a presentation on. Just something that you do that's a little bit unusual, and how you do it, what you do, and what it is, the science behind it, or whatever. I just personally, I think it'd be kind of fun to kind of learn more about what folks do in their spare time, if they have any.
Spare time.
Yeah. Well, Lori, we could learn
I
all
could
about
bring
your
one of
garden.
my,
We could learn about your garden.
I could bring one of my chickens for show and tell.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got some boaters here. We need to find out where you've been and what you've seen and that kind of stuff. Tracy, you got a hobby. So we'll get woodworkers, people that work with fabrics and that type of thing. So just keep it in the back of your mind. And if you're willing to do something, let me know. I might even do one.
Yeah, that'd be great. I think Dave Duskin might have a list of past people that they've had in different Rotary clubs. He might be a person to reach out to for some other ideas too.
Yeah, we've gone back, and he's tried to get other clubs to share lists, and sad to say that we're the only club that has shared a significant list. I don't know if people are just too busy to bother writing down, who they recommend and that type of thing, or they are afraid to. And I avoid sharing names of people without their consent.
Yeah, right.
Sometimes we'll get a person that is willing to do it for us because of a relationship that they might have with one of our club members, and I won't just automatically share their name with other clubs. But some of our speakers have been willing to, be shared.
Yeah.
So
I respect that as well.
Yeah.
Anybody else have something you want to share? Well, everybody's doing great work out there, and the community is doing awesome, and our whole neighborhood is just exploding. So that's been really great, and it's all because of you people making the difference for our community. So I think everybody appreciates that, all the hard work. So with that, I guess we'll just get back to work and continue on with Friday. So I guess I'll end the meeting. So I'll make this little there, kind of a thud.
All right.
Meeting adjourned. Thanks,
All right.
Nice to see everybody.
Have a good
Good morning,
weekend.
Joyce.
Have a
Good
good
to see you,
weekend.
Joyce.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.